Life is a winding road.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am doing this intro, not like a regular intro. I'm here at the studio. I'm going to be showing you guys an entire studio makeover, budget-friendly makeover. I have with me a bunch of curtain rods. Today we're putting up the curtains, and let's see how much footage I can get for you guys. Here is the studio. Today's mission is to get this wall covered up with a bunch of curtains and curtain rods, and to get this wall covered up with a bunch of curtains to cover up this brown. So my client does not want this brown anywhere, and we can't take it out, so we're gonna have to cover it up. So we're gonna try to cover it up with curtains, and hopefully that works. We got the curtains up, y'all. Well, the curtain rods up. We're about to put the curtains on, so I wanted to show you guys before we put the curtains up. So it's been a week since we put these curtains up. So that was the entire first session, was just getting all the curtains out. The wall is plaster, so it's a lot harder to get the screws in, and because of like the height and my height, like it's a lot more difficult. So I knew it was gonna take a while to get these curtains up. So today's mission is to finish the ceiling. I'm gonna droop down this one so that way it falls on the floor like all the other ones. Hang up a whiteboard up there to cover up that brown wall. Add on the third brackets to each of the curtains. Hang up a mock-up of one of the light fixtures. What else? Oh, I'm gonna hang up some black shelves over here. We were gonna do the slat wall today, but they didn't come in time. They're not getting here until later on today, so I think I'm gonna come back on Monday. But I'm gonna get right into it because I wanna get as much done as possible as I can today, and I can only stay for a few hours. So let's just jump right in. I forgot to mention to you guys where I actually got these curtains from. If you watched my last shop with me video, then you know I got them from IKEA. These are the Hilja curtains. It's a pack of 2 that are 95 inches long. They are only $17.99, which is an amazing deal on curtains. You can't get a deal like that on good quality curtains anywhere else. There you go. That looks so much better. So I literally just added that trim piece at the top so that way it's still white. So now it's like drooping on the floor just like the rest of them. So now I'm gonna go onto these curtains and just add the third bracket in the middle for the support. One of the very first things my client said that she wanted was to cover up the ceiling. So it's like these old ceiling tiles. So we opted in to cover them up by draping some curtains. We ended up needing about 10 curtains in total. So I had my grandmother sew 2 of the curtain panels together to make it a little bit easier. If I was to do this another time, I probably would have her sew all of the panels together just to make it a little bit easier on myself when it comes to the installing stage, because my arms were killing me. Okay, so I finally finished with the curtains for now, because in these gaps right here, we're gonna do other curtains coming this way. So that way it covers the gaps and it just looks, you know, fuller. This is the light fixture that I DIY'd. I basically just used garage lights and then connected the pampas grass to it. I'll show you the inspo picture that she sent me. Right here, this light fixture costs like thousands of dollars. So we decided to DIY it for 60 bucks, I think. But she wants to do one more over here, but I'm only doing one. I want to make sure she likes it, the placement of it, you know, all of that, since she's not here with me to let me know. So I'm gonna just leave it like that. So that's light fixture number 1. It looks so good. I think it looks really, really cool. I love it. It's a whole vibe. Now we're gonna move on to this side. So I got 3 shelves. I'm gonna add 3 shelves here. That took me a lot longer than I thought. Plaster is just so tricky. It's so hard. My arms hurt. That was the last thing I needed to do for the day. So I'm just gonna go through and clean up because the floor is a mess right now. That was the progress of day number 2. I'm gonna be taking a couple of measurements before I leave so that way I know what I need to buy for next week. Like this, I need to buy the cover for that. We're gonna be doing a slat wall on this side. And I need to find like a round pool, couch, sofa thing for right here. And then I'm gonna be working on the benches and the tables that are also gonna be going in here, which I do have some footage and not much of me working on those. I'm doing custom benches and I'm doing custom tables because she's gonna be selling jewelry. So she wants something a little bit higher up so that way it's easy to shop from. So I'm gonna be taking all the measurements of everything that I need before I leave. And that's it. I'm gonna go eat because I'm hungry. Good morning, guys. Today is day 3 of here at the studio. Following Saturday, I just got done bringing everything in. It took me 5 times going to the car and back to bring everything in, and I am exhausted. That's always the hardest part about all of it, is just dragging all of my stuff with me, but managed to get everything in. Today is a huge day. I feel like we're gonna get a good amount done today. So goals for today are to put up the blinds, to put up the slat wall, to finish painting and attach the benches and the tables together, to do the black tops of the heaters because they're like the wood right now. She wants that to be black just like everything else. And then I'm gonna assemble the next light. We don't have the pampas grass, it didn't come in on time, but I'm gonna hang up the light anyways. That way it's already up and all I have to do is just attach the pampas to it. We have light. Oh, she just turned on the light. It looks super magical in here. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is do the black top for the heaters first. I have to cut those pieces. I have only the long pieces in, so this is everything that I brought with me. Slats, the boards, tables and benches, the blinds, and my equipment, which in itself weighs 100 pounds. So I'm gonna do that first because that's the messiest thing that I'm gonna be doing. Let me take my hoodie off and let's begin. So I got the cover on. So I basically just used the slats to cover the front part and then a couple of boards. I couldn't find one long enough because these were like a weird width, like 13.5. So I had to do 2 separate boards together for like the top. I spackled where I needed to spackle just to let that dry. So while that's drying, I'm gonna work on the slat wall. That wall looks so good. Oh my gosh, I didn't even have to cut the pieces because the wall was like a little over 8 foot, which is perfect. So I didn't even have to cut anything except for that one spot where like the outlet is that they painted over. I hate when they do that, but anyways, it looks so good. So I'm gonna move on to the next thing, which is hanging up the light. So this is the base of what I use for the pampas grass. So I'm just gonna plug everything in. I got a really long extension cord. Hopefully it is long enough so that way everything is plugged into one cord, and then when she doesn't want to use it, she could unplug it from the wall. So that's my next thing. Shouldn't take too long though, and then we can start painting. I put the other light on, so that's what it looks like without the pampas grass. I still have to fix the pampas grass on this side. I need more, so that's why it looks a little crazy on this side. And then I just have to balance it out so it's not like a little uneven. So that'll, once I put more on this side, it'll be straight. Okay, now that that's up, she's gonna be able to control it from over here. So I have them all hooked up to extension cords, and then whenever she wants them off, she just unplugs them. Okay, so the next thing that I'm gonna do are the windows. We decided to go with black blinds for these windows. It's a black and white aesthetic in here, 100%. So we're gonna have a chair here. We found one for free on Facebook Marketplace. Let me put it right here. She was looking for, I'm gonna show you the inspo picture. She was looking for something like this. I found this on Facebook Marketplace. The lady actually had 2, so she's gonna keep one for her house as well. And then we're just gonna cover it with Sherpa. So either use like a Sherpa blanket and then tighten it up with some staples, or get some fabric from Hobby and just wrap it up. Kind of reupholster it, but not really, because I'm not a professional. I have never done reupholstering, but I just know how to cover it. Like, I can definitely cover it, and it was free, so it saved her hundreds of dollars. The chair that she wanted, the chairs that she was looking for, were all over $200. It's crazy. So if we can do it for less than 50 bucks, oh, save money there. So that's gonna be white too. It's gonna be white on white on white, so the black on there is just gonna give a little more of a pop. So I found these at Boscov's. Boscov's is the place to go for shades. Don't buy them at Home Depot. Home Depot prices are way too expensive for shades. It's ridiculous. So I got these, both of them, for 20 bucks. Can't beat it. So I'm gonna put these up now. Okay, I got the shades up. They were very easy to install, but for whatever reason, it took me forever. So I'm going to take a little lunch break. I brought like a granola bar with me. Sit down, clean up a little bit, because the next thing is assembling the benches and the tables, and then finishing painting. It's not a lot of painting. I'll still probably be here for like the next couple of hours. So good. So I'm literally just screwing the legs onto the board. I'm just gonna find my measurement of where I want the legs to be on each side. Sorry guys, I forgot to flip the camera. So I'm gonna take my 2.5-inch screws, and I'm literally just gonna screw 2 in underneath each leg. And then I'm gonna repeat that step for all of them. Finished for the day. I was able to get all the painting done. I did leave the paint stuff here just in case I had to do some touch-ups. But yeah, so I painted everything. I went and painted these poles too. We had talked about previously painting the poles. In my opinion, I think if you have exposed poles, painting them black just like ties them in, and you could make them a part of the overall space versus them being white and you trying to like hide them in a way. So I really like that. Out of everything that I brought with me, this is all that I'm taking, thank God. I ended up needing to get 4 more slats in order to bring it all the way to that light switch. So the next thing I'm working on here is a base for her mirror. So I wanted to create a nice smooth base so that she can put her mirror on, or if in 3 months she wants to change out a mirror and put a bigger mirror or a different style mirror, she's able to without compromising the wall. So because this wall is plaster, it's very bumpy, it has a lot of texture. So at least if I did this, she was gonna have a nice blank canvas that she's able to customize and change around whenever she wants to. It's been about 3.5 hours. I managed to get this up. It looks pretty cool, right? This was an absolute pain. Getting those squares on there straight and with the correct spacing on each one was so difficult. It literally took me almost 2 hours to just do that. So that like ate up a lot of my time. So then I ended up going through and adding those extra curtains that I was telling you guys about. My arms are absolutely killing me. I am determined to finish today, and I gotta work on this pampas grass. Okay, so for this light, we ordered these off of Amazon. I'll have everything linked below in the description box if you... Oh, it just rained pampas. Okay, so these really long ones. So I like to use these. I'm going to actually cut them. I like to use these for the sides of it, like this. So it already gives that fullness effect, and it covers up most of like the white part of the lamp over here. So I'm going to do that. But first, I'm going to take some fishing string and I'm going to like attach them together. It has been, I think it's about 2:30 now. I'm still here, but I was able to finish. I was just doing like a couple of last minute touches here and there. But that is it. That is it for the portion that I'm doing of this. She has a really good eye. She's a content creator herself, so she's gonna do the decorating part, like buying the stuff for her and like decorating. She knows what she needs more than I do. I just had to give her a nice blank canvas to work with. Don't worry, I will show you how it ended up turning out, how she ended up decorating the space once she does the ribbon cutting ceremony. But for now, after 4 sessions, shopping trips, and a bunch of DIYs, this is what the ANIW studio looks like now.